Aloha and welcome to Experience 48A Meteor Application Template React. So we're going to look at how to expand on the Meteor Application Template React to add the functionality to be able to remove items from the stuff collection. When you're done, you should have your list stuff should look similar to this, where we have a new column. The remove column will have some buttons with icons that when you click on them, that will allow you to remove the item from the collection. So the first part is you should familiarize yourself with the Meteor Application Template React. Go to the home page, read through the documentation, watch the videos, the screencasts. These screencasts are about 80 minutes total long. I think there's 5 or 6 of them. But so do them in chunks. You don't try to watch all 80 minutes of them. That's not going to work as well. So part 2 of this is we want to go and create or use this template. So I'm going to open this in a new tab. I'm going to use this template and I'm going to call it my Meteor template. And I'm going to make it private. I don't need all the branches. I'm going to create the repository from the template. And it'll take a few seconds or a few more seconds. Then I want to clone this repo to my laptop. Open with GitHub Desktop. Open GitHub Desktop. Make sure it's going to the right place. It's going to the right place. Cloning it, downloading it. And then I want to open it in IntelliJ. It's here. I then want to cd into the app directory. So you can do it several ways. One, you can open a terminal. And then cd, for me it's GitHub, ICS 314, cd to my Meteor template, cd to app, Meteor npm install. It loads the things. And then I want to Meteor npm run start. Start. Should start up. Oh, I've got the npx browser listing. You can fix it if you want to. I don't really care at this point to fix it. Perhaps I should. So Control C to stop it. npx so it's going to install the old can I use it lite from your lock file, and it's going to install the new one. So now I run start again, and it should not give me those warnings. Open up localhost 3000, and I see the template. I want to make sure that ESLint is running. So I go back to IntelliJ, open up a JavaScript file, imports, UI, pages, list stuff, why not? Go to the bottom. I need to configure my node path because I'm using NVM and to choose different nodes. IntelliJ does not know that, so I have to tell it where my node is. Say OK. Now I can go here, bunch of returns. I see my red bar here saying I got blank lines. got my red squiggly. If I save it, I get my error here. So ESLint is working. Save it, and I get my green check mark. Everything's cool. So ESLint is working. Okay, so now we're going to start the WAD. So the first thing is I want to stop the thing. I then want to do a, let's make this smaller, Meteor reset. Which clears out the database, makes sure that there's no documents in the database. We've reset the project, so we're starting from scratch. npm run start. We load it up. Because we did an npm reset, we now go back to our browser list error, so I could do it again, but every time I reset, I'm going to get that error. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. Look at here, reload, we're good to go. I need to log in. Oh, I want to create a branch called myMeteor1. Oh, I need to start my timer. Forgot to start my timer. Start my timer. Create a branch called myMeteor1 using GitHub Desktop. I want a new branch. My1. Create the branch. Bring the changes to the branch, why not? And I want to publish the branch. I'll even commit that thing, push it in my branch. I'm not going to create a pull request. If we want to merge into main, we'll do that later. So now I want to make sure that I am on myMeteor1, so I know I'm on the right branch. This is that update again, so I want to go into Meteor. Mark directory as excluded. I don't want to do this because notice I'm in my .meteor local. There is a package station. I don't want to install those packages or you could ruin Meteor. Now, let's go back to, okay, so did that. I want to log in as John. Log in as John. Using the magic standard password, change me. Look at the list stuff page, and we want to add a column here that has the title remove. So we'll go to IntelliJ. We want to go to the list stuff page. I happen to be that because that's where I was checking my ESLint. And I want to add another column to my table. So I can do that by Propeller D or Control D on Windows. Remove. Go back. Save it. Take a look. Automatically refreshes. I've got my remove column, but I don't have anything in my stuff items. Is that good? I got my remove, but I need to update stuff item. So I can hit there, hit Control B, jump into stuff item. So what I need is another TD, a column here, or another column in my row. So I got my row, I need another TD. And in that TD, I want a button from button from React Bootstrap. So I want a button. And in that button, I want the trash icon. So let's go look at the Bootstrap icons. Start trash. And I think I want the trash 3 icon. That looks like the icon here, or it's close to that. Actually, maybe it's just trash. Yeah, it's probably just trash. So now let's go here. So I want to import trash from React Bootstrap icons, and I'm going to put it in here, and it's self-closing. Save it. Let's take a look. And it's not red, so it's blue. So that means that I need to change the variant to be danger, which makes it red. And so I now have my red trash button. And done that. Got my red trash icon, got that. Page should look like that. Page looks like that. Okay, good. So now I want to attach an on-click handler that invokes a remove item function. The remove item function should accept a doc ID for the stuff we are removing, and it's associated with a row in the table. So let's go and look at our stuff item. So we need to have a remove item function. So we need to wrap this in curly braces so that we can define, and then we want to say return. So we want to create const remove item. It's a function that takes a doc ID and it does stuff. And we want semicolon there. So what is it going to do? Let's just say it's going to console log the item to remove is doc ID. Use a template string because template strings are cool. We've got a red squiggly because we aren't using remove item yet. So we want to say on click. On click takes a function that is past the event that is going. And then, so we're gonna call remove item, and then we're gonna pass in the event, just for fun. I think I can put a semicolon there. No, I don't even need it. Make sure that we are refreshed. So we've refreshed. We can also check to see if we refreshed by going here, opening the console, or Option Propeller J or Control Alt J. The HMR updated one file indicates that it noticed that stuff item changed and it refreshed. So now what should happen is if I press the remove button, we call remove item given the event, so then we output the item to remove is doc ID, which should be an event. So let's see what happens. So it says the item to remove is, and then we get an object because the template string doesn't dive into that object, but that's the event that caught the on-click event. So, but we don't need that, or we don't want that, because we want to remove this one. So we want to pass, the doc ID is known by stuff.id. So let's copy that, paste that. Notice we've got this ESLint error, no unused line. We're defining it. And so you would say, well, the onClick is supposed to be a function that takes an event, and I'm not using that event anymore. And in languages like Java, you'd have to keep that event around and somehow use it in a way so ESLint's not upset with you. But in JavaScript, I can pass in a function, and even though onClick will pass the event in, this function ignores it, and I happily still do it. So now I can ignore the event. ESLint's happy. ESLint's happy. I've got my updated file, so that was a refresh. So now I can click, and I should get the doc ID, or the ID of the stuff associated with the basket. And I get the item to remove that looks like a doc ID. And if I click on the bicycle, I should get a different doc ID because it's a different item. And I do. I get a different doc ID. So it's the doc ID associated with the bicycle. The 57Q is the doc ID associated with the basket. So now I want to, got that, I got the output, so I'm getting the doc ID to remove. To complete the WOD, I need to replace the console log with code that actually removes the item from the collection. So now let's take a look at stuff item. Is there a collection in stuff item? Well, the answer is no. We just have the stuff, which is the actual item that we want to render. And in order to remove something from a collection, we're going to need to supply the collection. So let's take a look at the documentation for Mongo collections, or Meteor Mongo collections. So it's a Mongo collection. We're wanting to call the remove method. So Mongo collection remove has a selector and then an optional callback. Well, you don't need that. And there's a difference between trusted code and untrusted code. And currently we're using untrusted code. And if we're using untrusted code, we can only remove a single document at a time, and we supply its underscore ID. And so when we call collection.remove, we supply the underscore ID. And so that's how we do it. So in our code, we're passing in the underscore ID for that item. So we could call remove on the collection, but we don't have the collection. So how do we get the collection? Well, one way to get the collection is to, since we have it here, we have the stuffs object, which is, let's take a look at that. So it's a class, it's got a constructor, so the stuff is a instance of the collection. It's an object that has several pieces. So the collection is actually stuffs.collection. So we can pass in stuffs to our stuff item. Or actually, we could even say collection, if we wanted to. Stuffs.collection. So we're actually passing in the Mongo collection into the stuff items. So we need to add another prop type, and its type is prop types dot instance. I'm going to say object is required. And so it's now saying it's defined but never used. So now I want to pass it in collection. So that's a Mongo collection. And so now this Mongo collection's not used. So now I want to say collection dot remove, and I will pass in the doc ID. And it's not indented properly. So now I'm passing in the collection. I have an ESLint because it doesn't like objects. I should actually have more detailed, but I'm just gonna suppress it. You shouldn't suppress it, you should fix the problem. I could do a prop types instance of Mongo collection, but then I'd have to import Mongo collection, and I don't want to deal with all that funness. So let's save it. I got rid of the ESLint by suppressing, and now we can go here. Notice we've been updating, so we updated that file. Now, cross your fingers, if I press this remove button, it should print out the item to remove is the ID, and then call collection.remove on that ID and automatically update the page. Cross fingers. And the basket got removed. So, success. Notice how Meteor allows us to refresh or automatically refresh the page when the collection changes. That is an incredibly powerful, magical thing about using Meteor. When the collection changes on the server, all the clients see that change. It is just magical. So let's see what we did. That as a last step, we want to quit out, run Meteor npm run lint. So, but I don't need to quit out. I can actually do it in this terminal. Make sure I'm in app. Run lint. Let's see if it's happy. It's happy, so I have no ESLint errors. Good. I want to stop Meteor. Control C. Meteor stop. It took me 16 minutes. I want to pause. 16 minutes and 24 seconds. Or 25 seconds. So I want to commit with a message, remove implemented in 16 minutes. V in 16 minutes. Push or commit. Push. If you want to practice this, again, you can exit Meteor, switch back. I've exited Meteor right now. I can switch back to the main branch, which doesn't have that branch. Create a MyMeteor2 branch, do a reset to clear the database and start up again. That will add the items back together again. And so we were able to do it in the average. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of how to, an initial way to add some functionality to the Meteor application template React that allows you to remove stuff from the database and how to extend the system to support that. Thank you very much for your attention.